Hi, welcome to my channel, KTB IOM, or soon to be Warbow KTB Archery. This episode, or this video, is going to be dedicated to my YMGs. So I bought this one December 2024, 75 pounds marked weight. I've weighed this and it's gone over to between 96 and 100, depending on the weighing scale that I've used. So initially it was quite heavy for me, but over several months practicing, it started to become comfortable to use on a daily basis, and that inspired me to try and push myself towards going higher poundages. So given that the exchange rate against the dollar for the pound was really good back in June, July, I decided to go for the plunge, and I bought myself another two YMGs, an 85 pound and a 95 pound bow. Obviously, I know I'm not going to be able to shoot the 95 pounds, straight away. But I thought, if this is something that I wanted to do, and this is something that, I want to practice, then, it makes sense to have the bow to practice with, for strength training, because otherwise, if you don't have it, you're never going to be able to shoot it. So the dollar rate was really good. I bought both together at the same time, got a bit of a discount for the bulk buy. They shipped together as well, so that's again another discount. So all in all, the two bows came out for a really good price. In sterling, it was about as much as a kind of a mid-level kind of a bow from anybody else. So the only difference is that, for example, with this one, I opted for the premium options, the rounded back and the birch bark. On these ones, I just went for the basic version of the bows, because just to keep the cost down, and also because the heavyweight bows are more expensive than the standard ones, so the standard poundage bows. So let's go and have a look at these now. So the other thing I was quite chuffed to find out is that you can comfortably fit both bows in one bag, which is quite handy for like carrying around. Although I did buy two bags, but it takes about too much space. So let's have a look at the bows. So I'm really happy that each bow comes with a kind of different type of gun day. So this green one is different to my other green one for the 75 pounds. And this blue also looks quite striking. I mean, basic pink on the outside, so I'm pretty in pink today for my YMGs, or trio of YMGs. So let's have a look. This is the 85 pound. This is the 95 pound. So this is the 85 pound YMG. I chose it with black belly as well, to differentiate it from the 95 pound. So this is, let me just put the string back up here again. So this is the standard default version for YMGs. Comes with this artificial birch bark, which is kind of like some sort of fabric. It's not, for me, it's not the most beautiful of covers. It stains easily, as you can see there, as I've used it a little bit. I'm going to try and see if I can clean that, but if not, I might just have to stain it so that it looks a bit darker. Get a blue sticker at the end on this one, just to see the differences. On the rounded one, on the premium version, I have the red hoodie and the red Chilji Danjang, Chilji Danjang, the sticker. On the basic version, the default version, it's black hoodie and blue sticker on that. Also, you can see the difference in the limbs. This one's rounded, this one's flat, completely flat. So, and on the back, it still has a bit of volume, so it's not entirely flat on the back. Let me just, okay. It came without, oh, come on. Sorry, apologies. I haven't used it much, so it's all still a bit kind of a, there. So it came without a jumpy, so I added this jumpy myself. But as you can see there, it's a bit of glue sticking out of it, and that I didn't really do a very good job. The job I did on the Majesty is a bit better. You can see a few threads there from the Gunday because it's polyester or something, but it kind of does the job. So this is the £85. Now let's have a look at the 95. So the 95, with again a stunning Gunday. This one, in order to be easy to identify, I picked with a yellow back belly. We set the string. So I picked it with a yellow belly. It's the poundage, 95, and it says 95 on the top Goja as well. Not a lot of tension. I think this elastic here on the end is going. So I wanted to get the belly in yellow just to see what the difference was, and it is it's a kind of a custard yellow. I've seen somebody selling one online which it comes out more orange, and that looks really good. But I think this is supposed to mimic like Whitehorn, but it's, you know, I don't mind it. It's okay. A lot of threads coming off from the Gunday. It's polyester, and it's got all the stitching on the inside, so it's coming apart. And again, similarly, I wrapped this handle in black, same as with the Daylight Majesty, except this one I have a lot more snail trails coming off it, and we see there in the sun. The weather's been a bit variable today. It's had a bit of sunshine, but some clouds coming in, and I think we have rain later. So I'm taking advantage of the weather at the moment to go through these. So just to show the profile. Oops. Oops. So there we go. The profile on both bows is almost identical, very similar. The only difference I can notice, and I'm not sure if this is going to show up on camera, is in the top part of the limb. I think the weight is coming from laminations added to the top part of the limb. So in the 95, I've got more of a kind of angle coming through here. You can feel like there's like a kind of step. In the 85, there is a little edge, but it's It's less pronounced, but it is a far more pronounced on the 95. So I think that's how the weight is added to the YMG. Just extra laminations of maybe carbon or fiberglass added to the back of the bow. Unfortunately, I can't see from this one it's the same because it is rounded, but that's the only difference I can see. So I kind of quite like the shape of it. So we're going to go now and string it, and that's going to be a struggle for me because they are quite, they are quite curved, they are quite reflexed, and they're very, very strong. So I would not recommend doing these with the step through method or any other kind of method other than the thigh method, because you need to use your body's, your leg strength to actually string these. So let's do the 85 first, and then the 95. So here we go, the 85. On the 85, I've put a knock point. You can see there, and like I said, I've shot it a few times, and it's a big step over the 75. So okay, step a bit further back. Widen the stance. Make sure the string pads, the string is on the string pads. Oops. My boots are muddy, so I don't want to get mud on the bow, and unfortunately I did, but there we go. So that is nice and straight. I haven't taken a weight measurement of this either, so this is, oh, got a crepitus of my elbow pulling this one. This is a beast. I mean, this one's a beast, but this is like a double beast. Right, let's try the 95. Goodness. This bow, the 95, really scares me. Although there's a part of me that thinks that it's good to have a bow that scares you. It's very motivating. But this bow scares me at the moment. So let's try and string it again. Get it over the knee there. There we go. Oh, right. You have to be very, very careful stringing a bow this weight. Okay, here we go. Let's try again. 1, 2, 3. Oh, I was so close. I'm going to take this off just to avoid any entanglements. Let's try again. Like I said, this bow scares me. Let's try again. It's not easy to string, and you need to make sure you've got everything in the right place, because if it flips, especially near your thighs, you're going to feel it. Right, okay, let's try again. Christ. I've strung it before, honestly. I did it at home on my own. I'm going to do it off camera because it's extra pressure. I'll be back. I'm back now. The 95 is strung. It's yeah, you need to give it full attention to be able to string this. It is brace height is about 6 inches, which is similar to my 75 pound, and this one is also 6 inches, so I'm happy with that kind of brace height. So all in all, they are, let me do it this way. All in all, the strings are identical. They're about 32 strand strings, so the bows should be almost identical in shape. So first, just to get a calibration, I'm just gonna do a weight poundage measurement on the 75 first. And I'm not gonna do it to the arrow because that gets really stressful. So I'm just gonna do a pull to where I'm comfortable, and then try the same on the other bows. I'm not sure whether this gauge is going to be suitable for the heavier poundage bows because I think it tops out 110, but we'll see how far we get. So first with the 75 pound. Huh. So that's come out at 89 to there. So I was expecting a bit more, but let's try again. Oops. Let's try again. So, but hopefully that distance should be fairly stable. So let's try again. So it's at my jaw. Well, that's consistent. So yeah, so 89 pounds. And that was bringing the gauge to my jaw here. So I'll use that as a guide. I don't know how long that is. I'll have to measure it with a lower poundage bow. Okay, let's try the 85. Okay. Right, so it's a 0. Let's try the 85. So this is now reading 96, 96, 96 and a half, yeah. So let's try again. Oh, error. Try again. Now it's saying it's 90, which doesn't feel right because the 75 showed 90. This might be where the... Right, I'm going to try one more. So I got 96 again for that distance. Okay. So that's in with a third. Right, let's try the 95. I meant to bring a clothes peg with me to add to the, to do it with an arrow, and then that way I could measure how far I'm drawing. But I forgot. So yeah, so I'm just going to do it like this for now, and then next time I'll get a bit more organized. Right, the 95. Let's see what this does. Oh, I couldn't get it into position. Like I said, I haven't shot this bow yet, and I don't know how far it goes, but it is definitely stronger, much stronger than the 75. Try again. 1, 2. Ooh. So it's now saying it's 95. It doesn't feel that it's as heavy as the 85-pound bow. So let's give it one more shot. Okay, so yeah, I'm not drawing this as far back, I think, but it's now showing 93. So I mean, by my guesstimate, I think that these bows are rated at 28 inches. So 95 at 28 seems about right. And if I'm not drawing fully, and this is like a couple of inches from, you know, my jaw, the back of the jaw to the thing, so I might just be pulling 28 inches on these. I'm certainly not pulling 32 inches. So I'm going to take a little break, drink some water, and I'll be back and we'll do some shooting.